are you, my friends? This is Basic Math Terms. In this video, I'm presenting part 20 about logarithmic functions in the pre-calculus course. The next video will be part 21, angles and coterminal angles, and so on. Videos on algebra terms, parts 1 to 18, you can refer to them as you like, and videos on calculus 1 terms will be coming very soon. This is part 20, logarithmic functions. These are coming from the lectures 4, 5, and 6. Increasing logarithmic functions, decreasing logarithmic functions, argument, this is very important to understand, common logarithms, base 10, and natural logarithms, base E, domain and vertical asymptote, logarithmic exponential rule, laws of logarithms, and change of base formula, which is also important. Now, logarithmic function, this is the graph here. Remember the domain, the values of the x from 0 to infinity. All this x here should be positive. We will call it the argument after 1 or 2 slides. Domain from 0 to infinity, and the range from minus infinity to plus infinity. So the base should be greater than 1. So the logarithmic function will be increasing, and x is always positive. X means the argument here. The decreasing will be like this. The function is decreasing logarithmic, the base between 0 and 1. X, all this means x, the argument, should be greater than 0. So this is the decreasing graph. Now here is the argument. The argument is all the expression after the log function here. Log, see, 7 minus 10, log base 5 of x. Here the argument is only this x. But look here, minus 8, log base 2 of 5x squared minus 8. That's the argument here. Because we have a bracket. Here there is no bracket in number 3. 2 log base 7, 5x squared minus 8. The argument only this, because there is a minus here, that's a separation. So only 5x squared is the argument. You can see more examples here. See here, log base E, minus 1 minus x, minus 1. This is outside. That's a shifting down. And the argument here is only minus 1 minus x. Common logarithms means when we have the base is 10. So we can write log base 10 of x, only we write it as log of x. X should be positive here. So the base 10 we don't write. Even in the calculator, in the exams, any book, you will not see here any base. That means the base is 10. I put here one important rule here. Log base 10 of 10, we can write it as log of 10, which is always 1. Natural logarithms, the base is E. Okay, so we call this ln of x. This is natural logarithm of x. So we say ln of x. We don't write log base E of x. That's the same as ln of x. These are very useful rules in logarithmic functions. If you have any logarithmic function, it will be like log base A of some argument here. That's a simple example here. 5 plus log base 9 of 4 minus x. This 5 is shifting up. So this is not included in the argument here. I did not put here any number. You can have d plus or minus, but only we need the argument. To find the domain of logarithmic function, just take all the argument, make it greater than 0, and you solve the inequality. You can see the inequalities, the types in Algebra Course, lecture number 25. So here, if you need the domain without graphing, just take the argument here, 4 minus x greater than 0, x less than 4. So the domain will be from minus infinity to 4 for this function. If you need the vertical asymptote in the logarithmic function, just take the argument equal to 0, the same argument, put it equal to 0 here. 4 minus x is equal to 0. X will be 4. So when you graph this function here, you will have a vertical asymptote at 4. X equals 4. Logarithmic exponential rule, sometimes I call it LE rule. It's when we have a log equation here, y equals log base a of x. Directly, you can write it in exponential. X equals, see this x here is the argument, equals the base a to the power y. Also, when you have exponential, so this is if and only if. You see these two arrows? If and only if. If you have x equals a to the power y, directly you can go and write y equals log base a of x. Remember, x greater than 0, a greater than 0, a cannot be 1. Look at this simple, easy example you can always remember. 5 equals log base 2 of 32. So this is y here is the 5. The base a is 2. X is 32. So we can write it as 32 equals 2, the base here, to the power 5, which is correct. 2 to the power 5, multiply 2 5 times, you will get 32. Laws of logarithms. We have 3 important laws of logarithms, but you have to remember the conditions here. U is positive, V is positive, A is positive, and A cannot be 1. N is any real number. So you will have the product law. So when you have product in the argument, you can make it the sum of 2 logs. If you have a division quotient law, division or quotient, in the argument, you can make subtraction of 2 logs. That's a simple example here. And if you have the power law, log base a, u to the power n, it will be n times log base a of u. Now, change of base formula is very powerful rule in logarithms. A is the old base here. See, we have log base a of x. So a, I will call it the old base, equals log base b of x divided by log base b of a. So b is the new base here, the same number. So you can change any base to another base whenever it is needed in the question, even more than 1 or 2 times. Here we have log base a is the old base. We need to change it to common logarithm, which is base 10. So I can write directly log of x. See, I don't write the 10 here, divided by log of a. So b is the 10 in this case. Here we have natural logarithm base e. So we don't write log base e, we write ln of x divided by ln of a. This is changing to base e, and this is changing to base 10. You can change it to any base. I will just present here one example to explain the idea. If we have log base 5 of 14, let's take this question, change it to base 6, to base 10, to base e. So these are 3 different questions. Log base 5 of 14, we need to change it to base 6. So we can write log base 6 of 14 divided by log base 6 of 5. Also, you can go back. Suppose you have this in any quiz or exam. You have this one here on the right side, something divided by something, but you have to have the same number here. You can go back and write it log base 5 of 14. You can go back here. I said you can go back. Also, if you have log base 5 of 14, you need to change it to base 10. So it will be log of 14 divided by log of 5. If you have anywhere log of a number divided by log of another number, you can go back by using change of base rule, and you write it log base 5 of 14. Same thing here. You can change the base to e, so you can write log base 5 of 14 as ln of 14 divided by ln of 5. Or if you have this, you can go back and write it as log base 5 of 14. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. I hope I can see you in another video with another topic. Thank you guys for listening.